Pratik, you are on mute.
Hello. So start.
Pratik, you
Yes,
are on mute.
Pratik.
We are live, Pratik.
Okay, sir. So shall I start, sir? So start.
Pratik, you are on mute. We are live, Pratik.
Okay, sir. So shall I start, sir? So start.
Pratik, you are on mute. We are live.
Okay, sir. So shall I start, sir? Good evening, everyone. So we are conducting our first session for Spark Year with Make-A-Thon, which is organized by Sanjivani College of Engineering in collaboration with Reskill and Spark Year. So Spark Year is Reskill is an official training partner of Facebook Spark Year, and we have our coach Sitish Seni.
Hello everyone, I am Sani. I am an associate developer here at Reskill, and today what we are going to do, we are going to learn Spark AR and Spark AR technologies, what are the AR technologies around us, and we will see how to start with Spark AR, how to start our journey with Spark AR, and how to proceed further with Spark AR. And further, what we will do, we will like share, I will share my screen, and then we will let you know what to do further, how to proceed with it, and we will see it. Okay, so I am just sharing my screen, and I think now my screen will be visible to you, and we can proceed further with the session. Okay, so before like starting with all these things, AR is, let us Google the word AR, like AR, and see what AR actually is. AR, augmented reality. Okay, so let us see about AR. And here, as Google mentions, AR is an interactive experience of a real world environment where objects that reside in real world are enhanced by computer generated information. Okay, so what happens in AR? We have something that is available to the computer that is not available in the real world. As the example here shows, the Pokemon Go game, and in the real we can see in the background that there is no Pokemon, but in the phone there is a Pokemon. So our phone has created a imagination that the Pokemon is in front of us and that we are working with it. So this is a perception that is happening in front of us, which is not really there. So AR can be like easily briefed as a Photoshop for the live camera. As most of you might be familiar about Photoshop, what Photoshop allows us, Photoshop allows us to edit the photos that are taken. But now coming back to AR, so AR provides us the functionality where we can use the live camera and we can use it to edit or enhance some of the photos of our camera. Okay, so this is about AR. This is what AR is. Now coming back to Spark AR. This was AR. Now let us see Spark AR. Spark AR, and oh, what is Spark AR? Let us see now. So Spark AR is a tool by Facebook. You can see it is a tool by Facebook, and we can like easily guess from the images that Spark AR is a tool that is used to create our own AR effects. Like we can see there are multiple different edits available. You can see like there are different edits for a photo which is happening in the live camera. So these are Spark AR is a tool which is provided by the Facebook team, and it helps us to create our own AR effects. Okay, so I think now you are clear with what Spark AR is and what like AR actually is. If you have any questions regarding Spark AR and AR, feel free to ask your questions. And if you have no questions, what we can do, we can start further with the AR and Spark AR thing, and like what we are proceeding further with Spark AR. So we can proceed further with that. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. And if anyone is facing the screen blur issue or any other issue, so what you can do, you can like increase the quality. The video will be streamed in a higher quality as well, and it might be due to your internet connection that the video is not visible in 720p. So you can go to the settings, and you can change the like setting to 720p, and then the video will be clear to you. Okay, so this was something about Spark AR and AR. This was a basic thing about those things. And further, like if you don't have any queries, and if further you face the any query, you can connect with me via LinkedIn, and I will let you know. And I will, if you have any queries, I will just clarify them. Now let us see some of the trends that are associated with Spark AR. Okay, so let us see some of the trends associated with Spark AR. So I will share another tab, and I will show you what are the trends associated with Spark AR. And if you are like unclear with Spark AR, or some people are asking me to explain Spark AR again and AR again, so this is the thing that will help you gain like info about AR much better. So first of all, let us start with the numbers, like AR technology. At the end of 2022, there were estimated 598 million AR devices. 598 million. So that is a huge number in itself. And it is projected to increase to 1.73 billion. 1.73 billion by 2024. Okay, so there is an increase in the number of AR devices from 598 million to 1.73 billion, and you can see there is a huge increase in the AR devices. Okay, now coming to the applications of AR, where AR is used, so that you can like visualize the AR thing in front of you, and you can guess much better about what Spark AR is. First of all, let me know in the comment section how many of you have used the Snapchat or the Instagram filters or Facebook filters. How many of you have used the Snapchat or like Instagram filters? Okay, I have like received responses from Tejas and like Aniket, Gargi. Many of you have used the Snapchat filters, and like I think I all of you are like familiar. There are multiple people who are like mentioning it over here that they have used the Spark AR filters or Instagram filters. So I think almost all of you have used. So that thing, the visualization, the thing that is happening, for example, there is a specs in front of us or some other thing. So all these things are like possible with the help of the AR technology. These are all possible with the help of AR technologies, and that is why we are studying AR today, to get knowledge about the technologies that are like present around us, that we are actively using but we are unaware about. So Snapchat or like Instagram filters are all example of AR. That is what AR is. I hope all of you are now clear about AR, what AR is actually doing, what are the applications of AR. So, are you now clear about the applications of AR? Okay. So, if you are clear, you can just write clear, or if you are not clear, you can write not clear. Please let me know so that we can proceed further and all of you understand it very clearly. Okay, there are multiple yeses, and I think all of you are now clear about AR. Now, let us see some of the other applications of AR and where the AR is actively being used rather than your Snapchat and Instagram. So, one of the thing is smart glasses. As all of you might have heard about the transformation for Facebook, that Facebook has renamed its parent company to Meta, and for the like occurrence of a metaverse that is present. So what metaverse provides us a like technology or trend where we all are actively a part of some other world which is not present, and the world can be explored with the help of the smart glasses. Okay, so this is what we will be using to explore the metaverse, and we can see smart glasses are one of the example. Another example is Avatar movie. How many of you have seen the Avatar movie that was like released earlier? How many of you have seen the Avatar movie? Okay, so one of you have seen it, many of you have seen it. The Avatar movie, seen like 2009. Yeah, 2009, and I have seen like many of you have seen. So Avatar movie was also built out of the AR technologies. It was also a result of AR technologies that were being used. Okay, and even there is a upcoming show which is the Green Planet, which is hosted by BBC, and it is coming in 2022, and it is also like AR experience. It is a AR experience of the whole planet. Okay, so you can see it as well, and there is a multiple AR experience, and you can visualize the Earth much better when you are working with like these movies, and if you are seeing these. And further, education. Even in education, there are multiple uses of AR. Like if someone of you have heard about the IIT graduation ceremony, there was a complete AR thing that was happening there, as it was completely online because of the COVID pandemic situation, and we were like visualizing it over a complete virtual world which was not present. So AI was being used there as well, and even in educating the students, like if you want to show the students some of the lungs, you cannot take out a actual person lung and show it to him. What you can do, you can visualize the lungs in the AR in a much better way in AR or VR technologies, and you can show it to them and see tell them how these things are working and how actually they are working by visualizing the thing. So AR is actively being used in education sector as well. So there are multiple applications of AR, and we will be using AR very actively in the near future. So now is a good time to learn AR, because if you learn AR at now at the right time, so you will have a better grasp of AR in future, and you will be one of the top developers of AR, and you can be one of the earliest adopter of AR, and you know the early adopters are always more beneficial than the late adopters. Okay, so this was about the AR applications. These are the multiple AR applications that are available around us. Further, like if you want to discuss any other application with me, or if you want to get some of the more knowledge about the application or the AR technologies, you can connect with me anytime via my LinkedIn profile. I'm sharing it again in the like chat section over here, so you can connect with me anytime and we can discuss it. Now let us see about Spark AR. As Spark AR is the tool that we will be using throughout our complete session, so I will show you how to proceed further with Spark AR and how to download it. So what I will do, I will go to Google and I will write download Spark AR on my Google. Okay, so we will be going to Google and we will be writing Spark AR download, and now you can see first link that shows us download Spark AR Studio and start creating effects. I will open the same link, and now the SparkAir download link is visible to me. I can click on the download link and I can start downloading my SparkAir Studio. Okay, so you can follow it alongside me. I will share you the link to download the SparkAir Studio in the comment section as well, so it is easy for all of you to proceed alongside me. Okay, so you can download it, the SparkAir Studio. Okay, I think all of you have now downloaded the SparkAir Studio, or you have begun your download. So as I have already downloaded. So after downloading, you can install the SparkAir Studio and open the SparkAir Studio once your download is complete. Okay, so if you are downloading your SparkAir Studio alongside me, and if you if you are on the process of downloading it, you can let me know in the comment section if you are downloading the SparkAir Studio. If you are downloading it, I will wait for some time for your download to complete. Okay, if as some of you are downloading it, so I am waiting a minute for your download to complete. And once your download is complete and you have installed it, do let me know in the comment section. Ishan has already done it. He has mentioned it in the comment section. So after you have downloaded, you can write done in the comment section, and I will start in a minute, so that all of you are familiar with the SparkAir Studio and all of you have opened it in on your systems. And there is one more announcement as well, like the SparkAir Studio that we will be using, that will require some of the system configuration, and we will be requiring a Windows or Mac based devices. And Windows, to be more precise, SparkAir Studio works on Windows 10 or above. Okay, okay. Most of you have done it. So I will just share the my SparkCast Studio window, and then we will start working on it. And I am sharing the download link once again, as yeah, on Windows 11 it will work because it requires at least Windows 10. Above any above version for Windows 10, it will work. It will work on Windows 11. It will work on Mac OS. It will work on Mac data supported around 12 and above. So all the above versions will work, but it will not work on the below versions. Okay, as most of you have installed it, done, and yes, installed. So most of you have installed it. So we will proceed further, and I will stop sharing the download window. What I will share my SparkCast Studio window. Okay. Okay, if you have login also, that is great. You can log in. You can all log into it. No, not on mobile devices, Arthak. What SparkCast Studio is? SparkCast Studio is designed to work for Windows and Mac-based devices. So you will require either a Windows or a Mac-based device. Yeah, Sonali, if you do not have a laptop now, what you can do, you can watch the video, and you can watch the video and you can review the video once again after the session is complete when you are on your laptop, and you can proceed further with the SparkCast Studio. So let me share my screen. And when you open your SparkCast Studio, this is how your SparkCast Studio will look like. This is about the basic of the SparkCast Studio, and this will be your first window once you open the SparkCast Studio. Okay. This okay. Let us wait for a minute. My Sparkia Studio has started updating process, so you can proceed further and let me update it. It has automatically started the update process. I don't have a Facebook account. Okay. So Sakshi, if you do not have a Facebook account, what you can do, you can use either your parents' Facebook account or you can create a Facebook account, as this is a Facebook initiative and Sparkia Studio is a tool by Facebook. So we will not be able to proceed without the Facebook account. Okay. And Windows 7 Professional is not supported by the Sparkia Studio, so you will have to upgrade it or you will have to shift to a different system. Sarthak, if you want to do it. Yeah, as Pratmesh has mentioned, Windows 10 and above is only supported. So also you can go to the you can see the system requirements. It automatically mentions that minimum of Windows 10 64-bit is required, or macOS 10.14 plus is required. Minimum 4 GB RAM is required, and CPU applications like CPU and GPU and monitor resolution. So these are the minimum requirements that are required while working with the Sparkia Studio, and you have to fulfill these requirements if you want to work with the Sparkia Studio. If your system is not adequate as per the system requirement, you can either switch to a different system or you can upgrade your system to work with the Sparkia Studio. Okay. Any queries till now? Laptop is needed to promote. The mobile is not sufficient. Okay. Let me see. It has begun my updating process. Yeah, 8 GB Windows 10 is supported, Saurabh. 8 GB Windows 10 is supported. Like I mentioned, these are the minimum requirements. Sparkia Studio has a Sparkia website has also mentioned that these are the minimum requirements. Your requirement can be any much higher than these minimum requirements, but these are the minimum requirements. Without these, your Sparkia Studio will not work. If you have downloaded it, it will be visible in your start menu. It will be visible in your taskbar. So you can go to your taskbar and you can search where your Sparka Studio is. Just taking some time for me for the update process. So kindly bear with me. And if you have any questions regarding the process that we have done till now, so you can ask those questions. You can see what graphic cards are supported. I'm not sure about the AMD graphic card. Like these are mentioned, like AMD Radeon SD6450 is the minimum requirement. If your graphic card is Vega 8 is up or equivalent to the AMD Radeon HD6450, so then your studio will be working. Or else what you can do, you can download and install it, and you can open it to see how we can proceed. Webber, it will not require Java version. And Janvi, if you do not have a Facebook account, then you can create one or you can use your parents' Facebook account. Also, Pratik, I would like to invite you over here as well till the download process is happening, till it is proceeding further and it is installing. You can make some of the announcements regarding the hackathon, that how many prizes are associated with the hackathon and how they will take a part in the hackathon.
Okay, okay, sir. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, so we are giving total $600 prize reward. and the prize will be distributed as follows. So we are first prize winner will be awarded with $300. Second, first and second runner up will be rewarded with $200 and $100 each. And also all other participants who submits an unique effect, they will be rewarded with a Spark Air backpack and also a Spark Air certification. So you just need to create some easy effects and submit them on the portal.
Yeah, also, like, if you are good enough and you create some of the good effects, you can also gather the top prizes from Spark Air. So you can create the effects and submit it, and then you can grab some of the best effect goodies and prizes as well from the Spark Air. Okay, so I have shared my screen once again, and now you see how a default window is appearing. And now, like, as all of you have opened it, what we will do, I will just go to create new. Like, the create new is already selected, and you can go to the sharing experience button and click on the sharing experience button. After you click on the sharing experience button, it will take some time to load, and it will open a completely new window where we will be creating our SparkCare effects. Now, like this, let me share the window again so it is clear to you. And this is how a new window will be appearing in front of you. And this, in this window, we will be working with our like AR and AR effects. We will be creating all of them using this window only. So you can open this window, and you will also be getting this video after the live. It will be visible in the Reskill YouTube channel, so you can review it anytime afterwards as well. Okay, so let us proceed further and let us start creating our first effect. So this is how the Sparkcast Studio will look like when we open it for the first time, and it is not very comfortable with us. So first of all, let us see some of the shortcuts that are associated with the Sparkcast Studio. The first shortcut is Control plus Alt key. I will press both the Control and Alt key together, and I will drag my mouse from top to bottom, and I can see my screen will zoom in. So Control and Alt is for zooming in or zooming out. Control plus Alt is for zoom. This is how we have zoomed in. Further, like, I can press the Control key alone. I will not press the Alt key now, and a Control key is for rotation. So this is how we can rotate the screen, and like I can rotate it to make it clear for me, and I can adjust it at any angle. So Control is for rotation. So we will be using these two keys in the very beginning to adjust our Sparkcast Studio to make it easy for us to work with it. So you can also use these two shortcut keys and enable the viewport to which is very clear to you. Okay, and now what we want to add a logo. We want to add a logo on the top on the top corner, like here, and the box which is present inside it. So this is the box, and this box is visible here in the user sharing part. And this is how the effect will look like when we will be using it on our mobile camera. So you can go to the preview section here, and you can see how the effect is being previewed time to time. And we want to add a logo on the top right corner. So what I will do, I will click the add object button here. I will go to plane, and I will click the insert button, and we can see a plane is added in between the screen. And it is also visible in the preview section on the top right, on the side of the workspace. And here the plane is also visible. So you can see there are this is how we add a plane. But what we aim not to add a plane, but to add our own logo. So what we need to do, first of all, we need to add a plane, and then we have to change the properties of a plane to make our make it visible as a logo. So after adding the plane, I will keep the plane selected. When the plane is selected, a blue box is appearing around the plane, and I will go on the right corner. And right corner there will be properties tab, which has properties mentioned on top of it, and we can see there is a material section, and in front of the material section there is a plus button available. So I will click the plus button once, and a new material 0, will be available to us. Now we can see the material like plane has changed its color to white, and this is how we get that a new material is assigned to the plane. And on top of the material we can add our logo, but there is no option visible here to add our logo. So what we will do, we will go to the asset section, which is below the scene panel, asset section. And asset section contains a new material 0, and I will click on the material 0. And there are multiple properties associated with the material here. Okay, so there are different properties like color. I can change the color, for example yellow, or you can see it has become yellow. And in the preview section I can change it to green, I can change it to red. You can change this to any color you want. Suppose I want a red color box, so this is how you choose a color. But now what has happened, actually we did not want to change the color. What we wanted it a logo or a picture. So to select a picture or to select a logo, below the color there is a texture option, and in front of texture it shows us to choose a file. So I will go to the choose file option, and I can choose any file that I want to appear in front of the instead of the red box. So I will choose a file, and I will click choose file. I will go to desktop, and this is how a logo will be added. Okay, so new logo is added, but now we can see the logo is not very optimized. So I will go to the plane section once again. I will select the plane, and I will make it optimized. So here we want to reposition it. First of all, the repositioning. So when I select the plane, these three coordinates like the green coordinate, the red coordinate, and blue coordinates are appearing, and I can use these coordinates to reposition it anywhere. So this is how I reposition it. And now I also want to resize it. So to resize it, there is a center menu, and in the center menu there is a third option available to resize it. And I will go to the third option, and we can see that there is a change from like the triangle to dots. So these change will show us that it has changed to resize, and I can resize it now very easily. Okay, so I have resized it, and I want to reposition it. So I will go back to the reposition menu, and I can reposition it wherever I want it to be. So this is how we have repositioned it, and we have added a image to our logo. Okay, so let me wait for you all to like have it on your screen, and I will wait for 2 minutes. Okay. I hope you have all added a image to your Spark AR model. And now let us add some of the 3D objects as well and see how to add a 3D object or a model to it. Most of you have seen the glasses or something else in your Spark AR model. So you can add those things as well. Now I will be adding some of the asset. So to download a asset and use that in the Sparkcast Studio, there is a asset section, and on the left of asset section there is a asset library available. So you can go to the asset library, you can click on the asset library, and a new AR library will be opened in front of you. And okay, let me share my screen to show you how the AR library is looking. Let me share the complete screen. And this is how the AR library will look when it opens up. And there is the option to search AR. And suppose I want to add some of the gift, so I will add search gift in the search box here, and there will be multiple objects associated with the gift. So and you can select any and download the object, and you can use them. So suppose I want a Chinese tent, I want to add it, so I will click on the import free button, and your object will be, you will be asked to authorize it. So you can authorize it for once, I will click the accept button, or if you are not logged in, you have to log in once, and then you can see it will be downloading. It will automatically proceed back to the AR library page, and it will be downloading. Once it is downloaded, it will just tell you by showing a done button here. Okay, so this is how you download a Spark AR 3D model. And let me see if you have any question. Like all of you have done it very good. Like for most of you, you have done it. So it is very good for all of you, like that you have done. And let us wait for even the done button to appear over here. Snehal, you can check your internet connection if it is loading for you. Please do not spam the chat section, or I will have to uh, limit your. Okay, so the downloading time here will be different for all of you, because we first of all it depends on the internet speed, and second it depends on the object that you have selected. There might be an object whose size is big, and there might be some other object whose size is small. And as it is downloaded, so it has shown me the done button. So I will click the done button, and I will close this AR library, and I will move back to my Spark Studio. And now you can see there is a asset available under the asset section. The Chinese and bracket gift is available under the asset section, and it is not visible to me on the screen. To make it visible to me, I will just click and drag it between focal distance and ambient light, and I will drag and drop it here. So now the object will be added in front of us, and this is a very huge object as we can see. So we want to resize it, and using the central menu for resizing will be much haptic. So we will be using the scale option, which is available on the right. I will select the Chinese tent object, and I will resize it. One here represents 100%, but we want to resize it to somewhat smaller. So we will be using some of the things like 0.05 to make it 5% of actual size, 0.05 in y direction, and 0.05 in z direction. So now you can see the object is smaller, and I can align it anywhere on my screen using the coordinates, using the reposition coordinates as I earlier mentioned. And suppose I want to align it over here, and I can align it. If I want it somewhat bottom, I can take it to the bottom as well. So this is how you add a 3D object to your Spark Studio. And like now I will wait for like 2 minutes again for all of you to download and insert the 3D object in your studio as well. So once you are done, please let me know. And many of you have done it as well, like Webhub has done, the Ajit has done. So if you are done with it, there do let me know, and we will proceed further with other thing as well. Also, if at any point of time you are facing any issues in working with the Sparkia Studio, feel free to connect with me via LinkedIn. I am like mentioning it again and again, so you are all connected with me. And if you face any queries regarding the Sparkia, then you can let me know. Okay, so many of you have done it, Aniket, Pratmesh, and all of you are doing it very well. You are following it, and you guys are great if you are doing it alongside me. Okay, so now all the things that we have placed, either the Reskill Spark AR logo or the 3D object that we have placed. So these are some of the static objects. They are not changing a position. They are not changing anything. So these are some of the static objects. Something. Okay, and now let us add some of the dynamic objects. Dynamic object will change its position or will change its shape or will change its properties in respect to some of the other object as well. So in our video, the demo video, the face is moving. So let us add a face tracker and let us see how the face tracking works. So once again, I will go to the add object button. I will click on face tracker and I will click the insert button. So as soon as I add face tracker, there will be three different coordinates appearing in front of me, and you can see these three coordinates are like gray in color. They cannot be selected, and they are moving automatically in accordance with the head movement. So this is how a face tracker works. It works automatically. We do not need to define our own face tracker. Facebook team has provided us with its own face tracker, but it is only showing some of the coordinates, and we can see there is no change available in the preview menu. All the preview menu is same as previous, and nothing is being tracked by the face tracker. Okay, so now let us think of something. There is a Reskill Sparkar logo available on the top, and what we want the Reskill Sparkar logo on his forehead, and I want it to appear here as per the head movement. And now you can see the head is continuously moving, and it is very difficult for us to align anything with a moving video. So what we will do, I will go to the scene panel, and on left of the scene panel there is a pause button. So I will go to the pause button and I will click the pause button to pause my video. So what the pause button will do, it will pause the video, and now the video will be like a photo, and we can adjust our objects with respect to the photo so that it is clearly visible to us. Okay, and now I will like reposition the spark here. I will use the coordinates and I will reposition it, and I will make it appear on top of his head. Now the like object has appeared on his forehead, and I will play the video once again using the play pause button. But what has happened, the Reskill spark logo has changed its position, but it is not dynamic even now. So I will pause the video once again, and now let me show you the steps to make it dynamic. I will select the plane here because the Reskill Sparkyar logo is associated with the plane. I will drag and drop it inside the face tracker. Inside the face tracker, like now this shows between the face tracker and the microphone, but when we drop it inside the face tracker, a blue boundary will be appearing outside the face tracker, and I will drop it here. And now you can see the plane 0 is appearing as a sub object of that face tracker. And if your coordinates or the location has changed, I like you can reposition it once again. I want it to be here, and you can see it is aligned. And even if I play the video, the Reskill Sparkyar logo is aligned with the head movement as well. As he's moving the Reskill Sparkyar logo, is also moving alongside it. Okay, so this is how we make objects dynamic in Spark Studio, and this has made our life easy while working with Spark Studio. And this is how we create a basic effect in the Spark Studio. I hope like all of you are clear with it. Let now finally I will show you how to publish your effect to the Facebook, and how to gather the effect ID and the effect submission link. So I will be sharing my wall screen once again. I will share screen and I will share my wall screen. And when you when you have opened it, and you go to the file section, and under the file section there is a publish button present. You click on the publish button, and a new window will pop up in front of you, and you have to select publish a new effect. It will take some time for your textures to be compressed. This will just load, and after it has loaded, you can press the upload button and fill in a form which will be popped up on your browser. At last, your effect will be published to Facebook, and you will receive a unique effect link and a effect ID, which you have to submit on top of the hackathon page. So this is what you have to do, and this is how you need to submit your AR effects to us to grab the goodies and to grab to be compete for the prizes. So this is what you need to do. Also, further, if you have any queries now, you can let me know in the comment section, or as I am mentioning it again and again, and as I earlier mentioned, even if after the session you have any queries, you can connect with me via my LinkedIn profile, and I will be there to help you at any point of time. If you have any questions, you can ask, and I will request Pratik to make the announcement once again regarding the hackathon, so that all of the students are on same page, and they are no one is left behind for the hackathon thing. And share the hackathon link with them as well. Pratik, you are you can unmute yourself. I think you are on mute.
Yes, yes, sir. So if anyone is having some any kind of doubt, you can ask in the chat box.
Also, you can brief them once again about the hackathon, and you can share the link with them regarding the hackathon as well.
Yes, so the hackathon is organized by Sanjini College of Engineering in collaboration with Reskill, and we just need to create some effects which will be published on our Facebook and Instagram profile, and all others individuals will be able to use your effects and create some of awesome videos and reels using them. So as you have got to know how to make some effects, I request you to use your creative minds and create awesome effects. So I hope you have enjoyed the session.
Yeah, further, if you face any queries, feel free to connect with me anytime, and we are happy to have you in the session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your the wonderful session. I hope everyone enjoyed the session, and thanks to you once again.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thanks.